Hey guys, it's me, the ZZ. What the f? Can I never talk? Hey guys, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a Toontown Rewritten video. So today's a little bit different. I'm not technically the Z Summer. I am just Zach, because we are going to be playing a little bit of Toontown Rewritten, and I guess it's not technically going to be like an LP, but it is going to be just me in-game and talking, I guess, ranting. It's going to be like a half rant and a half kind of reasoning why I will be switching to Corporate Clash when it comes out, and leaving Toontown Rewritten behind. So, I guess we'll just start a little bit with why I think Toontown Rewritten itself is starting to die. And that's really sad to say because I know personally I was so incredibly excited when this game was first released to the public. And, we finally got to play our childhood game that we had taken away from us after such a long time. So, it was really it was very exciting for a lot of people, including myself. But now that it's been about 4.5 years, I want to say, or something like that, it's starting to get a little bit stale with the lack of content. So a little bit more explanation on that. And I know that I'm personally not the only one in this community who has felt this way about Toontown Rewritten. But I feel as though it's becoming stale because they have failed to deliver the content they have promised. So, okay. In the beginning, when this server first was coming out, everyone was so incredibly excited, not only because they were getting back their childhood game, but because they were promised a revamped Toontown. They were promised, new content that was not going to be like the stale Toontown Online content. But here we are, like 4.5 years later, and there is literally nothing. And that's really, really frustrating. They have, throughout these couple of years, promised, I know for a fact they've promised Toontown Retextured, Toontown Re-rigged. They've promised, I think, they promised the executive office tower. Yet, here we are, empty-handed. And it's really irritating. I think they promised us new content, and the content that is quote-unquote new is actually just recycled content that they didn't release initially. So, for example, parties, doodles, Boss Bot headquarters, golf, racing, things like that. And that's not exactly what we wanted. We were thinking more along the lines of new content and new storyline kind of things that would actually propel the game forward in a more exciting and entertaining way versus, blog posts explaining external lore about searching Chippendales for Boss Bot headquarters. We want to actually play something new. I think that's something that they've kind of failed to understand, and it's just really it's troublesome. And on that note, I want to also talk about how the updates that they have been recently putting out have been less and less quality each time, which is unfortunate because, in the beginning it promised a lot, because we saw, the revamped Boss Bot headquarters and, Toon Fest, which was completely new and exciting. But now the updates we're getting are just kind of chicken shit. And excuse my language, but the silly meter, I mean, I could really live without the silly meter. It did nothing in the original game except make loud and obnoxious things in the street dance. It did nothing. And I don't see any way that they could make it actually give us anything new. I mean, aside from what they talked about on their live stream with like speed boosts, and like that's something I even don't care about. And I kind of wish that they would put their time into actually developing new content based stuff versus something that's already been in the game for 15 years. Like, honestly. And that's just, it's really frustrating. And I know, like I said earlier, there's a lot of people in this community who feel the exact same way and feel that we've kind of been jibbed of our new content that we were promised. And hopefully, I do want to see this server succeed, and I really hope that in the future in the near future, hopefully, that they get some new content-based stuff out. But, time will tell. Who knows? Yeah, and it's kind of scary because, the current state that this game is in, a lot of people have been quitting because it's just becoming very stale. And the tasks as Disney left them are very grindy, and they've done nothing to really fix that either. So it's not a super enjoyable experience. I know that I personally will never try to reach 137 on this game because it's just too grindy and too ridiculous. And, it's starting to get just stale. Like I've said 50 times, it's just getting stale. But, I think talking about the grindiness is a good segue into why I personally will be switching to Toontown Corporate Clash that will be released later this month, and I'm so incredibly excited. And I know that team has literally busted their asses for the past year or so, just grinding to get this amazing new content put together. And I'm just so grateful for them. I think that's absolutely incredible. But anyway, why I personally will be switching to Corporate Clash, this is just kind of, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically what I've already talked about, just in a more lighter tone, I guess. Number one being, obviously, the entire game is new content based. Like, there's hardly anything in the game that is recycled from Toontown Online. There is, a new task line, completely new task line, like there was on its predecessor, Project Altis, which I actually really enjoyed that game, and it was a shame that it shut down, but now that there's Corporate Clash, I'm excited again for the new task line. And then, obviously, they have also got a new cog type, the board bots, which is awesome. They've got a completely new gag training system, which is something that is very, very exciting for me, because gag training for a lot of people is their least favorite thing, but for me it's actually my favorite thing, because I always loved, getting a new gag and whatnot. That was always a really fun part of Toontown for me. So the fact that I get to kind of see that in a new light is very exciting. They have, like a training point system, and there's prestiges and all kinds of awesome new stuff. They have a XP bar, which is like very, very exciting for me. It's like down here, like it would be in like Wizard 101, just an XP bar, and you gain XP from fighting cogs, doing tasks, things like that. And each time that you get that bar full, it gives you a laugh point. So that's awesome. I think that's a really cool way to bring something new to the game. That's not just the same thing Disney made, And they have 2 new playgrounds, which literally has me so stoked and so hyped. Like, they have, they completely redid Chip 'n Dale's Acorn Acres. It's a fully functioning playground now with a task line and streets and a new playground. They have a medieval themed black and white playground, which is epic. That's legendary. What else? They have a new gag track, Zap, which is amazing. I remember I played around with that in a very minimal way on Project Altis. I, probably only got to like level 2 of that gag track, but it was really interesting. I thought it was very cool. And then, let's see, what else? There's so much new stuff. They have about probably 5 or 6 new toon species, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm just so excited, you guys. They have new NPCs that are much more animated than the ones in, Toontown Rewritten or Toontown Online. They, have emotions, they have personality, they move, they do all kinds of cool stuff, which is something really cool, and I'm a person that really enjoys aesthetics in a game, and that's awesome. They have... they revamped Toontown Central, which is awesome. They've done so much to make this game just so freaking incredible, and I will absolutely link them down below on their social media, their blog, all of that stuff, so you guys are absolutely in the know. And it is going to be released this month. As far as they've said, which I'm assuming that it's going to be because they promised it. And they didn't give away a specific date, which I think is very smart of them, because they could literally release it on June 30th, and it would still be within this month. So, they gave themselves time. They bought themselves some time. But yeah, so I'll link everything down below to Corporate Clash, just so you guys can check it out yourself. And I definitely, personally, would recommend checking it out, just if you're the kind of person that wants to see some new content and just kind of a new take on our amazing game. So I definitely think you guys should check it out. And I guess just a little bit of, kind of a disclaimer or whatever. In no way I'm trying to disrespect the Toontown Rewritten team at all. I think they are absolutely incredible, and they brought back, guys, I cannot talk. They brought back our game that we, have loved for so many years, and they made it stable, and it's just absolutely incredible, and I'm eternally grateful for them doing that. However, I think that they really should start doing something with the game before it's too late. Really, I can see already just by looking at a lot of Corporate Clash's YouTube videos and whatnot, they are gonna have a pretty big fan base just because of their new content, and a lot of them are Toontown Rewritten players. So I really do think, they should get on it, you guys. So hopefully, if somebody by some chance on the Toontown Rewritten team watches this video, you can pass along this message that I am just a average player, and I really want to see this game succeed, and I think that you really should get things moving. But yeah, other than that, you guys, thank you all so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, or obviously I'm gonna make a ton of Corporate Clash videos once it comes out. That's very exciting. I also make Sims videos. I'm just planning on making a whole bunch of different gaming videos. So if that's your kind of thing, make sure you click that like button, make sure you click that subscribe button, and make sure that you click that notification bell icon so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!